Main inspiration behind it was asking my mother, in the event that something should happen to my parents, who would be in charge of my three little sisters, and she said my oldest little sister. And I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then I actually was working for a man who had MS for a little while, and he was an Occupy Wall Street protester. I was not. And I went there almost every weekend during that movement, and I just had a curiosity about what would happen to all those people when this movement would eventually end. And of course it did, and then the curiosity lingered.
You know, this was a huge thing in New York. I know in the way that it trickled into the rest of the country is a little bit different, but for New Yorkers, I mean, this stopped New York. But I'll say my inspiration for directing it was the unique way that these characters deal with a tragedy. You know, because I think that as people, we deal with things differently. Your family deals with something differently than my family. And what we see in this film is how the Bakers, how this family deals with their tragedy, and sort of how they go through it, and eventually how they come out of it. And it's their unique journey.
All these lives, they all intersect. So what is the big connection between all of you, other than that, you know, you're part of the story, but is there another connection?
I think with the characters, it's about doing the right thing. What's the right thing? And that some of us have very different ideas about what's right.
I think it's all about Beau's transformation, and so in every way, each one of us contributes to that in some way.
So you kept it authentic, and you kept it here.
Yeah, every scene but the first, which takes place in Zuccotti Park, which we shot in Zuccotti Park in New York, every scene takes place here. I mean, you'll see it. It's all over. East Dallas, all of the bridges, Lake Highlands, my middle school.
So you saved a lot on location fees.
You know what? We got a multi-million-dollar production value out of this. You know, in a lot of ways, Dallas put this film on their shoulders and helped carry the load, and I can so appreciative of that.
Well, Gene, congratulations on the film. It sounds wonderful, and welcome to the festival.
Thank you so much, Patty.